Welcome back everyone to another exciting episode of Octopath Traveler. I'm your host Mr. Gazillion, and in the last episode we started the gauntlet behind the gates of Finis. Without any further ado, we'll just keep on going. We have a lot to do.
I will not fail.
And this is... what guy is this? I forget. Attack. He's not that strong. Matthias. I don't really remember who he was, so... he's weak against the axe. He's weak against... nope, not this.
My turn now.
Matthias. Oh, he was freaking... yeah, it was her bad guy. So the axe is good. Good to know. Consuming darkness. Let's analyze. He doesn't have that many. Blizzard, good to know. And, well, actually, might as well just do the axe here.
Out of my way! No!
Do it again. Let's do the sword with this guy. Yes! Perfect.
Well then.
Because, why not? Why wouldn't we hurt him? And we're gonna, not shackle, but armor corrosive one. So I definitely want him to be as weak as possible.
Out of my
And here
way.
we go, and then he's gonna do his big attack.
Time to steal the show.
Steal the show, 40,000. I don't know if that's considered stealing the show, buddy. But you know what? That's okay. Let's do another. Dealing damage proportional to your speed. Thing is, I think. Oh, why did I do that? He's locked behind that. I totally forgot.
Battle is truly joy.
And what about you? Trans Thunder.
I wreak havoc upon thee!
And good little. Oh, wow. Okay.
Well
He
then.
must be. Yeah, he's already in the red. Holy smokes! We just destroyed him.
Bring about the miracle of healing.
Heal everybody to pretty high health, and then maybe Xanta killed the. Oh my goodness! We destroyed him. Holy smokes! Look at that. Oh! Oh no, we can't use Xanta again. That's actually kind of sad. From the Diary of Matthias, prophet of the accursed flame. Once, I too believed in the teachings of the sacred flame. I led the people in its light as a servant of the church. No one could have doubted that I was anything but a pious believer in those days, and when I look back upon it now, it all seems so painfully foolish. When was it that I first began to doubt the flame? Perhaps it was after I met Liblack. But no, that was but the catalyst to what was already growing within me. Even before Liblack appeared, those feelings had taken root in my heart. The small village whose church I had been appointed to was destroyed in a conflagration started by a capricious strike of lightning. The flames spread before we even knew what was happening. Before we knew it, we were engulfed in hellfire. Countless were lost to the flames, even the innocent young children who I'd loved so dearly. They had committed no sins. They did not deserve to have their flesh seared and their bones turned to ash. So I prayed to the flame. I prayed and prayed that their lives would be spared. Fool that I was, even after they were dead and gone, I believed that if I prayed hard enough, they might return to us, that a miracle might occur. And so I offered up every scrap of faith that I had, until at long last I realized the truth. Believing in the sacred flame and praying to it would not bring about a miracle, and if my faith could not bring me and those I loved succor in our time of greatest need, then it was worthless. It did not matter to me if the power I needed was forbidden. I would use that power for the force of good and bring about miracles. That was the true faith to which my eyes were finally open. It was not something that I had been tricked into by another. I had reached enlightenment. It was only fitting that such a revelation came to me, the one true savior. While Liblack may not have been responsible for my enlightenment, I am still grateful to her. After all, she is the one who granted me the blessing of 100 years free from aging. The dark secrets written in that tome can allow a man to cheat death, and I owe her a debt for sharing them with me. I gained eternal life, or close enough, as a true savior should. I then took it upon myself as my duty to save as many people as I could with the power granted to me. And so I set out to kindle a darker flame in our realm. If the sacred flame could be weakened, and yet more of Galdera's accursed power would seep through the Gate of Finis, and I would be able to claim even greater strength for myself. I hid myself away from those in the church who wished to stop me, but the long march of time was my ally. It wore away the lives and the memories of any and all who once knew me, until it was as if my face had been washed away like words, writ in sand. None who still live would remember me as an apostate of the church. With enough leaves, all things are possible. Even obtaining a new name is little challenge. And so I worked my way back into the church's graces as the traitor Matthias. Even the venerable Archbishop Joseph did not suspect me for a moment. Every step of the way, fate has shown me that I am in the right. I was able to uncover Galdera's altar because I am right. I was able to use a fragment of Galdera's power to bring about a miracle because I am right. I could become the savior of Whispermill and command its people to do my wishes because I am right. With Simeon as an ally, I never wanted for money nor power. The Obsidians never served me well, whether they knew it or not. Simeon claimed never to have spoken of me to the others. I know not if he meant to use me as a secret weapon against the others if the need ever arose, or if it was simply that he did not trust me, but it hardly mattered. After laboring for so many decades, the time had come at last. I had succeeded in deliberating Archbishop Joseph with the poison the Obsidian had provided me. It was a beautiful poison. No one would ever suspect it was anything but a natural death. All that remained for me to do was cast a dark shadow on the heart of Liana, the next flame bearer, and the sacred flame would soon burn black. That is what was meant to be. That is what was about to be. But no, damn it all to the farthest reaches of hell. The culmination of all I had worked for was mere inches away, so close I could feel the kiss of the accursed flame. And instead, it was all snatched away, that fire snuffed out to leave me in utter darkness and despair. I am the savior. I was meant to bring Galdera's flame to the world. Why should I be left in this black hell? It is dark here, the blackness. It is all-consuming, darker than 1,000 starless nights. Please, someone, anyone, bring me some light. Well, we kind of saved you in a way, I guess. We're all fully healed. I don't even know if it's worth wasting the inspiriting plum, but we'll do it anyway. Of course I'm ready.
I will not lose to
And
you.
this is one of the big monsters, I guess. This was the one from his, we'll do a little lightning blast. But I do want to get rid of smaller monsters here. And I'm gonna do a nice little holy luminescence. I have a hard feeling,
Sacred flame,
I have a hard time, yeah, there you go. At least they're weak. Dang, I don't really have enough to, I can break them. Well, actually, you know what, sometimes they do stuff. They become like unbroken kind of thing. And I really don't want that right now. So I'm gonna take two large one? Sure, might as well take a large one. No, I'm gonna take a medium one for myself.
How about this?
So that way I can use my ability next turn. Oh, okay, these guys are actually pretty powerful. Yikes.
The battle is truly
So he's
joined.
going to do Grand Thunder.
Is
And this guy,
unbending.
Yvonne.
I wreak havoc upon
Yvonne
thee.
of the D-Gun.
Well then,
She's pretty weak. Well, I know, no, nobody's pretty weak, but I'm still gonna do a heal more just to be safe.
bring about a
No,
miracle
I
of
was
healing.
supposed to do donate BP, you freaking idiot. Ugh, I make these mistakes time and time again. So let's do level flash then. Do enough damage that I can maybe get close to killing these little creatures. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh, how upsetting. Gonna move things around? Oh, not even. Okay. Let's see if he's weak against Arrow Storm.
A torrent of arrows.
They are not. Good to know.
Out of my way.
And I'm gonna do Steel SP, I guess. Doesn't really matter.
I
Oh
appreciate
wow, it's not even close to half health.
Now,
And can
what
he
next?
do another big attack here? Oh man, they're not even close to death. Really want to kill them though. And Cyrus is actually kind of weak. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance here.
well
And
then.
actually do... Are they in the red? They're not even in the red. I don't think I can actually kill them. So I'm going to do a heal more then.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
I didn't want to waste it, but I found myself not having really much of a... Okay, that's fine.
My turn.
Okay. Okay, let's be smart about this. She's gonna break him. So I want him to be weakened. So let's do an armor corrosive on him.
I see through the defenses.
In fact, I don't even need to do that because I can break him next turn. So instead, let's do a heal more again.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Ah, that's not what I wanted at all.
An interesting
To reset his thing, eh? Well, let's do lightning then.
Nothing will quiet the storm.
Crap, crap, crap.
The battle
Maybe
is
he's weak
truly
against this now. He wasn't
joined.
before.
Torrent
He still isn't. Dang, dang. Oh, I'll break him. I'll break him.
My turn.
So we'll do Steel SP.
I appreciate it. Really.
My turn now.
We'll use one luminescence because either way we're losing one. Basic attack there. We'll break the other one.
Nothing will quiet the storm.
Kill those two. Oh no, there's one still remaining.
The
Now,
battle
is he gonna
is
still
truly
have
joined.
armor corrosive on him? It doesn't matter. I'll do abide. I can reapply it with Cyrus.
My turn. I'm ready. Are you?
Kill both of
Time
them,
to steal the
please.
show.
Well, it didn't kill both of them,
Well
but
then.
whatever. It's strong enough. Heal
Bring
more.
about a miracle of
Cyrus,
healing.
don't forget what you're supposed to do.
An interesting
He's in the yellow, but you still need to do armor corrosive, please.
This should give us an opening. The battle is truly.
And Brand's Thunder, how powerful is it?
I wreak havoc upon thee.
It kills him. There you go.
With each battle,
I feel
grow
like we
stronger.
destroyed him. Cyrus gains a level. Good job, buddy. From the Diary of Headmaster Yvonne of the Royal Academy. It was 15 years ago when I first learned of that tome. The headmaster's chair was but a dream to me in those days when my prized student Lucia brought a young woman to me. The woman told me that I was the best suited to the position of headmaster, that there was no knowledge, no position that should be off limits to a man of my ability. And so she taught me many things, one being the existence of ancient tomes containing the long forgotten secrets of old. There are several volumes of forbidden writings in Atlas Dun's great libraries, and no eyes but the headmasters are allowed to look upon them. The tome in question is one of these. It is the last extant tract of the legendary sage known as Salomon, whose name lives on in history, though the land of his birth, the kingdom of Bernstein, has long since been forgotten. Long has it been said that he who can decipher its true meaning will obtain power over even life and death. The current headmaster is not worthy of such knowledge. What he lacks in intellect only pales to what he lacks in character. I cannot depend on him. I would depend on you. She wished to decipher the secrets of the tome and share its knowledge with the worthy alone. Thus, a great scholar was needed, one who would be able to fully understand the arcane truths within the tome. The doddering fool who now serves as headmaster could never do such a thing, but a genius such as you, Yvonne, surely you of all scholars in the realm are up to the task. Yes, that was how she persuaded me. It was true that I bore little resemblance to the former headmaster, who was interested in nothing but his studies and whose only praiseworthy trait was his tenacity in that single-minded pursuit. But I was different. I knew that knowledge was worth its weight in gold, and more critically, my intellect far outstripped his. How could the idiots around me fail to realize this? This woman told me that the then headmaster, holding a lofty office, he had done so little to deserve what tantamount to sin, and I agreed. When she asked me if I could remove him, I assured her that it would be the simplest of tasks. And so I had him assassinated just as she wished, leaving not a trace of evidence behind to incriminate myself. Shortly after, I ascended to the headmaster's seat in his place. I encountered the strange woman only once more after that day. When I reported to her that I had murdered the former headmaster, she flashed a chilling smile and simply replied, "So you did." Then she walked away, never again to appear before me. Perhaps removing that man was all she wanted of me after all, I thought. It was no matter. The tome was in my grasp, and I immediately set myself to uncovering its secrets. All the rumors I had heard were true. It was a work of staggering genius. With Lucia as my assistant, I was able to obtain other rare and ancient texts from that woman, even if I never saw her again. Yes, everything was going just as I had planned, and power beyond the imagination was finally within my reach. How did it all come to this? Damn that accursed Lucia. Damn that heartless, conniving witch. How did I not see? She meant to use me from the very start. I was the one who unlocked the secrets. I who constructed the basic theories of how to effectively control life and death. And as soon as I had done that, she had no more need for me. That was why she gave me a flawed blood crystal and led Cyrus right to me, so that she could dispose of me without dirtying her own hands. You despicable, loathsome, hateful woman. Death has not cooled my fury, but only fueled it to greater heights. Curse you and that unholy witch you brought to my side. May the deceitful Lucia burn for all eternity. May the foul witch Lieblack be banished beyond the farthest reaches of hell. Yeah, he seems kind of salty. Bit of a hypocrite if you ask me. Alright. More of these, more! Fill me up! Alright, only 2 to go. Yes, we will battle this unholy presence. And this is... Who is this? These fangs and claws drips with lethal poison. Yikes! Okay, I don't really know what that means. But I'll see if he's weak against 1,000 spears. One of my only hopes. Good. Yay! We can actually take him down now. I think I actually going to armor corrosive him. No, you know what? Let's not start that quickly. Let's just analyze and be safe. Hey, has a lot of health. That's for sure. And weak against... Weak against... Holy. That's actually great news. And I'm actually going to boost him. So he can actually, you know what? Let's not waste our boost points here and actually just give him a large one of these.
Have this.
And Therian, my good friend, I want you to use 1,000 spears again. A boosted 1,000 spears, not super powerful, but good enough. And I'm gonna make you analyze them one last time, just so I know what to try and use to break you. Fire, great. We're actually well equipped to deal with this guy. What's his health looking like? Oh, he had a lot of health. I don't want to waste too much time. I don't need to heal, so I'm gonna give one of these here. So next time he has a bunch of it. And of course Brand's Thunder.
I wreak havoc upon thee!
54,000, pretty decent. Gonna change things around, I assume? No, okay, just raise that. Do a quick little sweep there, I'm okay with that.
My turn.
Now we're gonna do 1,000 spears. Okay, that sucked.
An interesting dilemma.
Firestorm. Another 1,000 spears. Okay, it's not that strong, that poison. What I'd like to do is use this on this guy. I think we can deal a lot of damage if we do this. And then you can do the flame and boost it up to max. It's gonna do it twice. That's actually not as powerful as I would have liked. I mean, it's still 12,000 damage. It's still pretty decent. But
Let's do this.
we'll do
Time to
this.
steal the show.
27,000, not bad.
Well then,
We'll do heal more. Kind of wish Theron could get rid of that poison. He won't be full health for the next attack. But that's okay. So we'll do Grand Thunder again.
I wreak havoc upon thee!
Oh, wow.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I'm actually impressed. I didn't think that would happen. In the Diary of Graham Crossford, part the first. Well, we already know where he started. Grave tidings reached me as I was passing through Victor's Hollow in my travels. My beloved's condition had worsened. I knew my journey must be brought to a swift conclusion lest I be too late in the end. I made up my mind to sail across the verdant deep. The final ingredient I required was the pinion of an ogre eagle, that most fearsome beast of the sky. They are said to make their home in the forest of Roubaix, beyond that vast emerald sea. When I arrived at the harbor, there was only one ship to be found. It was a grand one, no mistaking that, but the captain was none other than Leon Bestral. I recognized him at once, of course. Who could travel these lands without hearing a tale or ten of that dread pirate captain, the very mention of whose name would set even the bravest sailor's heart pounding and palms sweating? Yet I found the man himself to be quite different from the one spoken of in legend. Captain Leon Bestral stood at the helm of a merchant trader which was preparing to hoist sail at the very moment I came upon it. I told him of my haste and implored that he let me aboard. I'm afraid I don't let just anyone aboard my ship, he told me, and I felt as though I were being put to some kind of test. It was clear this was a man who did not easily place his trust in others. My coin purse as impoverished as my hopes, I held out the only thing of value I could offer, my journal. This is the most valuable of my possessions, I explained. Within it you will find a record of every region of this vast continent, every town I have visited, and every path I have tread. Surely such knowledge is worth the trouble of having one more body aboard your ship for this voyage. After all, what need had I of such a log then? My journey was nearly cut over. All that remained was to obtain the final ingredient and hasten home to my beloved side. Captain Leon gave me a boisterous laugh and gestured me onto his ship with a grin. You'd have me believe the leaves of that old book are more valuable than the leaves in my coffers? You must have had quite the journey. I wouldn't mind hearing about it as you swab my decks. As his ship tossed about the stormy sea, my thoughts drifted ahead of the winds to where my wife awaited me. I could see her face in my mind so clearly that it felt as though it was only minutes ago that we parted, and not countless moons. And I prayed that the flame would guide me back to her while the gentle smile still graced her lips. It's almost finished at last, my love. Pray wait for me just a little longer. I know not what has become of my journal since I parted ways with Captain Leon, but looking back I am relieved that it left my hands when it did. Surely it is better that my final entry ended with some traces of hope, rather than the bitter pain I would eventually find at journey's end. Yikes. So we're all full health, and we're actually, you know what? I actually ended up using quite a few of these after all. It's not really worth like wasting a plum, but the thing is I'm so rich and I don't think I'm going to be going back to town. So. The last unholy spirit.
Let's get this over with.
And this is... Okay, well lightning, that's good. Okay, that's not good at all. Werner! I'm going to try the spear in hopes that... Oh, dang it. Please be weak against the bow, then.
A torrent of arrows.
Not good at all. I mean, I can do lightning. Yeah, I will do lightning actually, just to. I can try the. I can try other things after. Attack. Oppression.
Witchery.
Okay, okay. I'm actually okay with this oppression thing. We'll try Holy Light to begin with, so that's one of them. And we'll try a good old-fashioned Steel SP.
I appreciate it. Really.
Nice! Okay.
Have at you.
I wish I had something to strip away the weakness he applied on me.
I'll not be defeated.
Well, we'll try this. Okay, that was that. And I'm just gonna make him study because this will know. Okay, the axe. There you go. It's the axe. So we'll start with this.
Time to steal the show.
26,000. I'm fine with that.
What is the logical course of action?
I guess we'll just do another one of these. Maxed out.
Nothing will quiet the storm.
12,000.
Now then, my blade is
Gonna get 2 turns next. I don't love it.
upon thee.
53,000. Not bad. Oh, well, she can just heal herself. So let's do a little heal more.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Okay. Okay.
I'll not be
So
defeated.
obviously I'm gonna have to start doing it this way. Because not a lot of people have
Oh,
axes.
sacred light.
I don't think this guy has an axe. Staff. Yep. Nope. I could use wind soulstone. Let's do a larger one.
A gift for you.
Out of my way.
Not much. I mean, I could just like do this and just kind of like eat away at him. I should have given a BP so I could break
How
him.
about
Still kind of have a chance of doing that, I guess.
I'll do my
I do
best.
need to heal here, though. I just need a regular one. Don't need to do a boosted one. Yeah, everybody's maxed out.
Out of my way.
And, geez, what can I do here? Let's keep him in armor corrosive if we can.
I see your defenses.
2 more turns, please.
witchery?
Okay. That's a curse. What does a curse do? Not really sure. How do I remove a curse? Hey. Oh, right. Sorry. So, Herb of Light, Fusion, Spare, Unconscious, Poison, Silence, Blindness, Confusion, Sleeping, Terror, Revival. Can I remove this?
How about this?
Oh, okay, good.
battle is
Okay, what do we
truly
do
joy.
here? Okay, no, I'll do this.
How about
And then I'll actually break them here like this. There's no other way I can break them. I don't want him to have another turn, so
out of my way?
we'll do this.
Well then,
She can actually give a large one to him.
have this.
And hey, Therian, look at that. You can friggin' abide. You never abide. You can only do it to yourself, eh? Oh well. That's okay. Let's do it. And Cyrus,
Interesting dilemma.
I don't know. What could you do? Tackle foe? Yeah, why not?
Is your
Might as
strength
well.
flagging?
There's no reason not to.
Let's do this.
Do
Time to
this.
steal the show.
40,000. Actually, not as powerful as I thought it would be.
Don't start things you can't finish.
From the records of Lord Werner of Riverford, Hornburg will fall. I still remember her smile as she said the words. It was a score of years ago now, mayhap more. A simple sellsword I was then, when she came to me with a sack full of leaves and dark promise in her eyes. She knew as well as I did that I had far greater aspirations than selling my sword for coin. But coin would have to be a start, and what a start she offered me. Not only the leaves to free me from another man's employ, but as much as I asked for to invest in my plot and establish the connections I would need. The life I'd always dreamed of was finally in my grasp. I could use her. I could use her to get all that I'd ever wanted, or so I thought. And so I took the girl up on her offer and began my plot to bring down an entire kingdom. I would need men, and if I were to accomplish anything, so I created my own sellsword company, the Black Brotherhood, I called them. I spent 3 years doing nothing but gathering information on Hornburg. Then, using what I had learned, I began to systematically remove any obstacles that might stand in my path. I used the girl's connections to make my company of sellswords very much in demand in Hornburg. I took the word of the worst of the lot, those with no scruples and nowhere else to go, and made them out to be bandits and thieves. I set these villains to attacking the borders of Hornburg, and then my Black Brotherhood would turn them back. It was quite the performance. Other armies didn't stand a chance at beating us to the site of each battle. The skirmishes all took place far from the heart of Hornburg. We knew ahead of time exactly where they would happen. Since the foes we faced in those battles were in fact our own men, it was an easy feat to give the appearance of a crushing defeat. Through this farce, the Black Brotherhood won the hearts of the people living in those borderlands. Ingraining myself with the families of these borderlands, I used their introductions to buy trust among many powerful houses of Hornburg. The tales of the Black Brotherhood had spread throughout the realm by then, and I used that woman's money freely to strengthen my ties to powerful men within Hornburg and without. Still, King Alfred was well beloved by his people and his bannermen. It would be no small feat to win their hearts away from him, in which case things would become much easier if he were simply not in the picture. Hornburg would not last long without the people's love for their liege binding them together. And so my eyes landed upon Erhard, who held a bitter hatred of the king within him. I had him appointed as a member of the king's own guard so that he could be in the perfect position to do the deed. All that remained to be done was to give Erhard the chance that he was all too eager to seize. Mixing lies and truths, I lit a fire among this strong young warrior I befriended. I could spout any lie and it would not have mattered. Humans care little for facts. They believe what they want to believe. In the end, it took me just 12 short years to bring Hornburg to ruin. After the kingdom fell, I decided the time had come to settle my accounts with that woman. I disbanded my company, having no more need for sellswords, and used the riches I had accumulated to buy myself the lands and status that would see me through my remaining days. To tell the honest truth, this was not easy. I could have gained even more had I remained at the woman's side. She could provide with wealth and power beyond any human's wildest dreams. But to pursue this any further would be madness. Perhaps I was already mad to serve so long at her beck and call to bring down a kingdom. She was beautiful, there can be no doubt of that. But did I desire her even for a moment? No, for within that attractive trapping was evil, pure evil, intent on bringing humanity to ruin. If a man dared touch any part of it, his own flesh would rot and fall away. She was lethal poison, she was a witch. And so I cut myself off from her entirely and did not look back. Funny though, is it not? In the end I could not escape her. She brought about my ruin as surely as if I had indulged in her poisonous touch. For in the end, just as I felt Hornburg, it was Hornburg's last knight who laid me low. I like that. I like that a lot. Feel more. Let's fill up our... There you go. And so, all 8 dark shadows have been defeated. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, the door opened. Well, that's good news. Alright folks, though, I will end the episode here. In the next episode, we'll go through that door. I don't know if it takes us out of the gates to another area. But we're definitely at our 30-minute mark. So as always, I'm your host, Mr. Gazillion. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and commenting. Let me know what you thought about this gauntlet, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.